Hello and welcome back to the Crafty Corner. I'm Jana and I've decided that I want to try a little mini series here at the Crafty Corner. I have seen so many wonderful videos with a certain book. I'm guessing many of you can guess what it might be, but of course we'll need to give this a Tim Holtz distress type twist. And the book that I'm talking about would be Create This Book by Moriah Elizabeth. I absolutely love her channel and I find her creations very inspirational. But I just knew when I finally got my hands on this book that I absolutely had to try this, but we were going to give this the Tim Holtz twist. So if you'd like to see which materials I'm going to be using today to create this book, go ahead and pause here. All right, let's head over to the Crafty Corner. Today I'm starting a new crafty adventure by combining two very different but unique things. We're going to be playing around with Create This Book by Moriah Elizabeth, but of course we're going to be giving this a bit of a Tim Holtz twist. So the first thing that we're going to be doing is altering the cover, and to alter the cover I'm going to start with some distress colored pencils. I'm going to be painting those on with a water brush, and we're going to just alter this so we've got our cover, and hopefully it's going to look a little bit more interesting than this plain white page. Let's go ahead and do the first little bits of that alteration in real time, and then I'll switch over and hit fast forward. So we're just going to take a water brush, and I'm going to start with that colored pencil. I think maybe some fossilized amber will be just the right color for this. Perfect. So we're going to be creating a distressed Tim Holtz themed Create This Book edition. I think I'm going to be calling this mini series that I'll be doing on the Crafty Corner Distress This Book, since that is going to be the theme of all of the alterations. I think that's going to work out. Let's go ahead, we'll add a little bit of picked raspberry for the eraser, and then I'll need a little bit of, I think this is hickory smoke for the little band on the pencil. Good. And maybe a dash of vintage photo for right here. Okay. We've already got a pretty good start. So we're going to go ahead and put this on fast forward as we decorate the cover. Here is the completed cover for Create This Book. I am loving the gradient that I was able to get with the distressed watercolor pencils, and then along the edges I added some cobalt alcohol ink, and I used the alcohol ink blending pen in order to transfer this onto the cover. Okay, let's go ahead and open this book and start filling in some of these pages. Empty box. Feel however you see fit. I think I'm going to put a little pattern there. Oh, I've got a stencil. Let's see. I have got stencil THS 169. I'm going to do a little bit of stenciling in that box. Let's see. I've got some ink. I can just hold this and that. Hold that firm. We'll just add a little bit of stenciling here. Give this a bit more visual interest. Okay, so I got this. I'm using a bit of oxide ink to quickly add something into this little random box. Good. All right, now that box has something in it. Good. That was nice and easy. Okay, we'll skip over the tips and tricks. All right, beginning Create This Book. Customize the front cover. Check. So let's go ahead. We'll color that star in. We did that. We used the distress colored pencils to customize the color. Add color to the spine and the edges of the book. I'll probably do that later. Make the title and copyright page more interesting. Again, I think I might do that later. Add a personal touch to this page. Sure, why not? Let's go ahead and grab some Villainous Potion. Let's give these letters a quick color. I also have some distress crayons, and that would be a really easy way to add color as well. I think I'll do like half and half. Let's quickly color in half the letters with Villainous Potion, and then I will grab a second color in one of the pearlescent distress crayons for the other letters. That will be perfect. Okay, that looks good. Like that. Okay, switching tins around. Got this. Let's see what I have. Ooh, so many choices. Okay, we're going for Shiny Bauble. So, twisting that out just a little bit. We'll quickly color this part, and I can probably even smudge this. Yep. Nice little smudge factor going on here. That's good. I'm not worrying about staying too closely within the lines. And just add a bit more color here and there. Cool. And the last letter, I'm going to add a bit more to the E. And again, going in, just giving that a quick smudge. I have a feeling that I'm going to absolutely love distress crayons for this. And while we're at it, let's color in that star, because yes, we made this page more interesting. And I think I might even do like a little border. Let's see. What color would be good for that? Oh, let's go with this one. This is Peppermint Stick. So I'm just going to do a little squiggle. Just like that. There, I like that. Page more interesting. All right, moving on. Create a fancy name. Write your name on this page in a fancy way. Sure, why not? We're going to go in with a bit of hocus pocus. And we're going to make a fancy name. Let's see here. Just going to make it like really, really big. Let's see, what else can I do to make this a little bit more fancy? There, that's fairly fancy. And it was done with metallic crayons, so fancy enough. Okay, create a rule. Make a rule for yourself and follow it on each page of this book, unless it conflicts with the instructions. Write your rule in the box provided. Well, that's easy since we have Make This Book, and I'm turning the series into Distress This Book. The rule in the box is use at least 90% all distress Tim Holtz mediums. All right. Let's highlight that box. Yeah, so the whole goal of this book is going to be distress. We're going to see how many different ways we can add distress and Tim Holtz products to this. And that's also going to work out for our rule. And let's add a little bit decayed. Adding a few little stars here. Okay, good. Now we are going to dive in and do 2 layouts today. All right, in just a moment, we'll be back with our first spread. For our first spread, we're going to do create a border. And to do that, I'm going to be pulling in a couple of different washi tapes, and then we will make the border more interesting with some other products. So I'm going to be using a couple of Idea-Ology washi tapes, and I'm also going to use some ATG tape just to give myself a more solid foundation to stick the tape to. I want to make sure that the tape is going to stay stuck in the book and not peel up. So I'm just running some tape around the edges of this, and we'll be sticking down the washi tape at the same time. I believe for added border interest, I'm also going to be using some of the distress colored pencils, and maybe we'll mix and match with the distress crayons. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and get these edges taped up, and we'll put this part on fast forward. Okay, now we have our border, and I think I would like to add a secondary border around, well, kind of in between these 2 borders. And to do that, I'm going to be using the Creative Block stamps and some Distress Archival ink. I'm going to be using black soot, and then I think I might give these some color with the Distress Pearlescent crayons. So I'm just going to ink these up, and we will start stamping around this border. Let's see. Yep, just like that. If I double these back to back, then it's going to be super easy to stamp things out quickly. So just going to quickly apply ink, and we're going to make that second border. I love the detail on these stamps. They are so fun. And I love the little fragments. These are like very architectural, so that's an element that I'm really enjoying. Nice thing about stamps, they take up plenty of space, and they're really easy to add interest to pretty much whatever you're creating. So for making a border, these tiles are just the right thing. Okay, good. Stamp here. Oh, okay, it looks like we will be getting some stamp fragments, but you know what? I am totally okay with that. That's just going to add some visual interest to what we're doing. Okay, let's see. We're almost halfway done, and I can always change the angle of these stamps so that we get kind of different impressions as we move along this border. It's kind of neat. And if we get partial stamping, then all the more interesting for what we're doing for our border. Okay, moving up this side. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking I want to use the pearlescent crayons next. I'm not entirely sure which colors I'm going to be using, but that's okay. We'll figure that out. Okay, I think I need 4 more stamped images. Then the secondary border will be all set. Okay, good. Got that. Stamp. Stamp. And 2 more. Okay, very good. Quite happy with this. Stamp. And stamp. Okay, good. I'm actually happy that I'm getting some of the partials because that looks interesting. All right, now let's go ahead. We'll take some crayon, and we're just going to do a little bit of smudging, and I kind of want these to end up looking like some tiles. So I'm going to go for Decayed and Winter Frost. Let's go ahead and put this part on fast forward. Okay, I am super happy with this border. This came out so well, and just look at the shine from the Distress crayons. That just, oh, I love the shine on this. We've got our washi tape border, we've got stamped images, and then I colored those in with the Distress crayons. I am super happy with the way our border turned out. I was going for a tiled look, and I think that's exactly what we got. Okay, now it is time to turn to our second and final spread for today. For our next spread, we're going to create a page for stickers. I've got all sorts of fun stickers, and we can do a little bit of coloring on the background before we start sticking the stickers down. So let's go ahead and get started. I think for this one, I'm going to do a very quick background, and we're going to use a couple of sprays. Let's see. I want to start with, let's see, so many choices. This is the hard thing. There are way too many wonderful colors that could be used. Let's try some holly branch and maybe some decayed. I don't know why, but I'm really digging decayed today. It's such a good color. All right, so we're going to give these a good shaky shake. Okay, those are mixed, and I'm going to quickly spritz. And I am totally okay getting that spritzy pattern on here. This paper isn't really going to allow for wicking and flowing like we'd normally see in Distress, so we're just going to go with it, and we get what we get, and we don't throw a fit. Ooh, that looks pretty cool, but I think I overpowered the decay, so I'm going to go back in with a second shot of that. There we go. So now we've got super metallic-y pages. Now I am going to try for that true distressed look, and I am going to go through with some water droplets and see what this paper does. I don't think it's going to do much. This is very thin, kind of copy-like paper, but you know what? If we don't try, we don't know. So going through with some water drips. Okay. And we'll be back in just a moment after I have a chance to dry this off. So taking a look at this, we did get some drip drops to come out. Not bad. Now our prompt is create a page for stickers. I am going to be creating a sticker collage, and I'm going to be pulling from these Tim Holtz Idea-Ology sticker books, along with a few stickers from one of my own collections. The rule for Distress this book for me is 90% Distress products. So I think we'll be fine with an addition of 4 to 5 stickers in a slightly different category. Okay, so to start, I want to create some sort of background. I think we're just going to do one thing here and then maybe a little thing over here, but I want to do kind of a sticker collage. So first I want some pieces that are going to act as a backdrop. Okay, let's see, I think this one has the good backdrop stickers in it. Yep, these are some of the larger stickers. Okay, let's start with that. That should be a good foundation piece. Let's see. And that could easily go along the base. Okay, so I'm going to start there. And then we're just going to build off of this to create our collage. So I'm just going to kind of flip through here, see what I find, and try to build up some interesting layers. All right, perfect. I like that. This is good. Can kind of tuck this under here. Put that here. Okay. So for the main focal point, I want to use these flowers. That's looking pretty interesting. So I'm just going to put that down, and that's going to be kind of the anchor for the rest of this little design. About here should be okay. And I like how that is transparent as well. That's kind of neat. Okay. Let's see. Let's check this one. Let's see what other pieces we can use. And I'll definitely go back in with some word stickers as well. We can try to create a little bit of a story. Oh, you know what? A clock face would be... that would be good. Okay. Let's go with this one. Take that. It can go here. I've got a little flower thing. Add that into the mix. There. Let's see. If I tuck that over here, and then I can add another layer. Let's see. Ooh, more good labels. I can add another one of these. Let's see, I really like this one. This one is neat. Let's take that. Oh, I think I might just rip it. Nothing says I can't. There. And then I will get another sticker and stack that below, and then add that other little piece to it. Let's see, this one's good. Put that one here, and then the other half of that sticker can go there. Ooh, I am liking this little collage that we've come up with. That is kind of cool. Okay, I know that there is a moth or a butterfly somewhere around here. And that would be another good piece to add. Let's see. I think it's over here. Yep. And let's add the little one. This little one looks really good. There we go. We have a little sticker collage here. I am liking that. That is a lot neater than I thought it was going to be. But I'm definitely going to have to seal this with something, because the stickers are going to try to come off of the page. Maybe I can use some clear packing tape to go over that. In the meantime, let's grab some word stickers. Okay. Like that. That one's good. I'm trying to find some of the ones that I don't use too often with... oh, that's perfect. Because I'd never use that on a card, but that's a good sentiment for this. Okay. Out of limitation comes creativity. Come what may. And rise above. Okay. I like it. And that would be our sticker collage. Pretty neat. So, the only thing I am going to do is grab some packing tape so that I can make sure that the rest of this isn't trying to peel off. Okay, we've got the packing tape. Let's go ahead and lay this down. I'm just going to do this in a few overlapping strips, and this is just to make sure that the stickers are not going to wander off. Okay, I will trim the edges once I have the pieces on here. Okay, not bad. I've got a little bit of overhang, but not a big deal. That's going to be very easy to trim. All right, one more. There we go. That is much better. Now the stickers aren't trying to run off the page. Okay, so we'll just take some of the mini snips And we'll just do a quick trim along the side. Good. All right, and there is our completed sticker page, and we used 90% Tim Holtz products. I just have 2 stickers from another set, and that was to add a couple of different floral elements. Let's do a quick recap and wrap this up. So, today we have been playing with the Moriah Elizabeth Create This Book, and I'm going to be calling this series Distress This Book because we're going to be using all sorts of wonderful Tim Holtz distress products to create art in this book using Moriah Elizabeth's prompts. So, on the outside, we first colored this using some alcohol inks with the alcohol ink blending pen. Then, on the inside, we did a little decoration over here. We did some stenciling. We filled in part of this little checkbox. We used a combination of distress colored pencils, a little bit of distress crayon. I'll go back and do these other 2 prompts in another video. Then moving on, got my fancy signature, and I did this in distress crayon using some of the Tim Holtz pearlescent distress crayons. Then we have the roll box. Use at least 90% of all distress TH mediums. And then we jumped into the prompts. Prompt number 1 that we tried, create a border. We have definitely done that, and it was so fun working with creative blocks. Then we had the create a page for stickers, and we collaged with the Tim Holtz Idea-Ology Halloween stickers and a few of the metallic stickers from Idea-Ology. Thank you so much for joining me here today at the Crafty Corner for some more crafty fun. And until next time, happy crafting.